Hello there, I'm Nalina and thank you for joining me. Today I am sharing a apartment renovation in Reno. Um, in this build, I use all, if not, well, most, if not all of the CC that I have downloaded. Because I wasn't allowing myself to use them in other builds, I decided to use it for this one. I had actually done this apartment before, but my I had to reinstall the game because of an issue I was trying to fix with the photography in the game. It's not saving the images in the game, so the frames, instead of holding pictures, they're just blank images. So I thought maybe I had deleted something in the folders, or maybe I had added a mod um, that was blocking things out, which happened to me before when I used the teenager pregnancy mod. Um, it completely it didn't allow me at all to like marry any sims. So even if it was two adults that I was trying to marry, it wouldn't allow me to do that. So I figured, because I had downloaded so much custom content and I had, I think, um, a few other mods, like game mods in my game, that maybe that's what was causing the issue. So I had took everything out, I reinstalled the game, I repaired the game, but that was not the case. It just, I don't know what the issue is. I can't fix it. So I really like the way the apartment came out the first time. So I did the layout again. And my idea for this apartment was that this apartment is fairly small. It's one of the smallest ones, if not the smallest one, in the entire city living expansion. I love this apartment. This apartment is super small. And this is one of the first buildings that I moved into with Cassandra Goth. I was playing with her and Sophie Bergenson, I think that's how you pronounce her name. So they were living together. They were together since they're two musicians, and I gave them the apartment right across. So this apartment is very small and very dingy. Um, so in order to keep it in style with those pipes that are hanging out the wall and that electrical box, he's also got like rat holes. And I've been in this apartment before with my other sim, Sophie, and there's roaches that come out and the pipe starts to drip. And if you allow that to drip for too long, then it causes an odor in the floor, which makes more sense when the floor has the carpet, which it originally does. But I've changed the floor in this renovation, so it's more of a concrete floor. I try to put down as much carpet as possible because I imagine if you have a floor like that, your floors are going to be really cold if you had a season change on you, as some of us do in real life. So those are one of the changes I did. I brightened up the house a lot because this apartment doesn't have many windows. It has a window in the bathroom, which originally is the bedroom window. It's a singular window. And then it has the two, a larger and a more thin one, in the middle of the apartment, which originally is the living room area, which somehow this apartment still manages to stay super dark, even though that was the original layout. So what I did was I moved the kitchen towards the entrance. Um, it is originally where the bedroom is now. The living room is much bigger. The bedroom and the kitchen, the bedroom and the bathroom are originally where the kitchen and the bathroom are now. The original bathroom is much smaller. Um, I gave it as much space as I could, without making it steal too much space. Um, and so, yeah, I wanted to make this small apartment seem spacious in a different way without it just being completely open as soon as you walk into it. So I did that by creating this small hallway that leads you into a living room, and then you have the bathroom at the back, the kitchen immediately right there in the front, but then the bedroom you have to go towards the living room to get into it. So I'm just fiddling around with some stuff. There goes my shelf again that I used in my mint build, which by the way, um, the mints, the not so berry videos that I shared, for some reason, the dimensions of the video are completely off on both. And I have no idea why that happened because every single time I do my videos, I set them up in the exact same way. It's a routine that I go through, so I don't understand why they changed on me. I have everything set up like just to do its function on its own. But anyway, those are gonna stay up because despite the dimensions being weirdly off, I've already deleted the. I kept the video themselves, but I deleted all of the parts that you put together to create the video. And that's a little bit disappointing and frustrating. Oh, those are some stairs which I found. They don't work, but they look great. It's U-shaped stairs, which I can't use here because obviously I can't create a double. Or maybe I could have if I did something else, but that would require too much making shelves bigger, which I really don't like to do. That looks a little awkward to me. So I'm just trying to enlarge this space there by and make it look more interesting by adding the mirrors. That way they can open up the space because of the reflectivity, but at the same time it looks like it's not so abandoned or like plain because it has the framework of the mirror. The mirror has frames, which I matched with the walls outside. The bathroom and the bedroom, I believe they're the only ones that don't match the living room space, that whole open little Z shape that we have over there when we first come in. So here I am. I spoke about a while ago that I wanted to create my own bathroom shower. I wanted the shower to be open because I wanted to give it this shape. I saw this gorgeous bathroom, and the shower has glass, but the glass is not like a small box. It's this huge space. So I had found these pieces to create that style of a bathroom or shower, I should say. And I got so excited and I wanted to use them. And I spent so much time in this bathroom. This bathroom does not stay like this. I move things around and I use more what you call it? Base game or actual game content for the bathroom because I was trying to make it work and I wanted to use I'm just so desperate to use the bathroom. I don't understand why. I should just do a room build for a bathroom instead of trying to put this bathroom in this tiny apartment. Even though that would have been so cool, but I didn't make space um, for like a toilet, and so it just looked a little awkward. But I tried so hard and I spent so much time in here. Eventually, I just leave the bathroom because I got a little stuck, and I felt a little stuck in the kitchen as well. A lot of the content that I had the first time I did this build, I no longer have. So it was a little bit rough trying to replace those bits. But eventually, we do it. We make the change. Once I think, once I am able to get the living room in order and see a little bit more of what custom content I have, because I downloaded a bunch of stuff, but I never went through it. So um, that's what I do once I get into the living room. Once I do that anyway, despite whether or not it's custom content, even if it's a game. I'll jump straight into trying to build stuff and then I figure it out as I go, which is why it takes me 5,000 years. So I'm just trying to make this look a little bit. I couldn't use that mirror. That mirror was super cool, and it kept saying it couldn't read the script. So I think I was supposed to probably download a mesh and I wasn't paying attention. So now I have that beautiful mirror and I can't even use it. I tried to use it again later because I wasn't paying attention to what it was saying. I just saw it was red, and I had an issue previously where I couldn't use the sink and put a mirror behind it. It was also a custom content sink. It was just acting really funky. So I wasn't able to do that. So I just figured maybe it was that kind of situation. So I didn't bother to pay attention or look at it. Um, And here I'm just trying to I was looking for this bed specifically because I had fell in love with the bed frame the first time I saw it. I thought it would go great in an industrial style type of apartment build. So that's what I wanted to use it for here. And then I don't even close that door. I think I put in what did I put there? I use a door frame. I think that's what they're called. I know they're called portals, but I don't think a lot of people are familiar with that. So so here I am again. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna use in the bedroom. The first time I did the bedroom, I had this closet space build out, and I did exactly the same thing where I used the glass and pretended that they were glass doors. I kept one open and the rest closed, but I had an entirely different closet content. I had like the closet bar where you could put the hangers, and I actually came with individual hangers, and the clothes were extracted, so you can put them individually on the hangers: pants, shirts, sweaters, dresses, everything. But I don't have that again, and so I couldn't repeat that. And then I was trying to use this dresser, which is a little awkward. I put the mirror there because I'm not sure if that dresser functioned. I ended up getting rid of it anyway. But I put the mirrors there because I figured they have the dresser there anyway, so it's there for visual purposes mostly. If you needed to change your Sim's outfit, they could just use the mirror in the room, which I also used to enlarge the bedroom. So now I've given up on the closet and I'm just moving forward, figuring out some other things I can put in the room. I see that adding that closet space, the first time I did it originally, it was not taking up that much room. At least I don't think it was. It wasn't taking up that much room. It definitely didn't feel smaller. And now I'm trying to close up that weird space up there because it's open for some odd reason. I don't really know why. But my cabinets, I tried to put cabinets up there, but they're too short. So that didn't work. I tried to put things up there, maybe because some of the custom content that I had came with like boxes that you can place and stock up. But that was before. I don't think I have those pieces now. So I was looking for that to try to put up there. And right now I'm just taking out some stuff to see what I want to put in the room, what kind of feeling I want to give the bedroom. Just going through just about everything. Trying to figure out what kind of posters, because the sim that lives in this apartment is a writer, and I know that because I've played with him before. Um, I actually married him into Sophie's family with her sister, and he had a lot of kids in that gameplay. Despite him being the laziest person in the world, I had this whole backstory for him, and so he just had lots of kids, and he was in fact working on his books. So I figured he would have posters. Maybe they would be inspiration or things that he enjoyed, and um, things that inspired him definitely to continue writing, or things that maybe made him want to become a writer despite his laziness. I identify with his character a lot because it's like you want to play your game, but you also, like, for me, for instance, I do enjoy reading, I enjoy writing, and I also enjoy drawing. I don't draw that often because um, I feel like I get nervous. I get nervous that I'm not going to do it the right way the first time, which I already understand at my age. I understand that you need to go in, but it can still paralyze me at times. So I haven't drawn in quite some time, especially after I had an accident. So I didn't it wasn't like, it's just I broke my ankle bone, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're very uncomfortable, you don't want to even bother doing anything. So I stopped drawing for quite some time. But anyway, so I do identify with this character a lot. So I try to think about things that he needed as well as things that I keep around myself personally. Um, Being the same way, wanting to game and wanting to be productive, having dreams. Um, so I that's kind of why I do these videos, because this is a skill that I've learned, video editing, And so I don't want to forget to how to do it just in case you might need it. You never know when you might need it. Um, People think when you have a background doing certain things that you know how to do everything, that those specific things might be included in. And that's just not true. But anyway, this is a skill that I have, so I just want to continue to exercise it so that I don't forget, because you never know what doors might open up for you. So right here, I found those little shelves, and I thought they were so cool. So I just decided to put together a kind of TV stand, which I actually have to lift up the TV. I'm not sure if that's meant to be like a normal dresser. I haven't used it. I haven't used anything, but I love these multi level shelves on the sides. That's so cool. And then we have the taller ones, which I end up putting in the bedroom. I think once I was able to complete the living room, I had a much clearer idea of what I wanted to do in the bedroom. And then I was at some point of after doing the bedroom, I realized or figured the bathroom does not need to be as interesting as I'm trying to make it. So I go back into the bathroom, which in this video I did want to cut it out, but I just figured I'll let it play through. I'm trying to keep the videos as short as possible so that you can kind of just watch through and, getting it out kind of thing. um, but there was no smooth way to do it. Usually I strategize if I'm going to do changes like that, and then I will record the video in such a way where I'll bring it out and then rotate myself back into it. But I just did not do that in this build. I wasn't feeling up to doing all that extra effort because I really didn't think it was gonna take as long as it did. In total, the video took me, the build or renovation took me 39 minutes and 9 seconds. Um, and it's still, I sped it up at what I considered a comfortable speed for watching. And it's still kind of like a long video. I didn't want to make it go too fast because some of my older videos they go really fast. And sometimes I spin around a lot just to take a look at the room, and that can make me it's made me dizzy. And I'm just like, why didn't I cut it out? But it's because I like things to run smoothly. So I'm so sorry. But see, I just did it again. And then I found that huge circle table that I'm desperate to use. I just want to use it. But I settled for this table, which I also put at the ends of the couch, either end, to just kind of close up the sides because it's an open couch. Like it doesn't have anything on either side of it. I'm not sure if it's meant to have more pieces, but I did not want to hunt for them. So I just used the tables instead because I don't want to find the pieces. Like this space is super small as it is, and so I didn't want to complicate things and then end up changing the couch altogether. So I use that instead. Those tables, I really like those tables because they're not super wide. The first table I've seen that was kind of I want to say slender as these are was like one of the ones in I think it was in a base game. But the only thing is that the way that you think it goes, it's like it's not meant to face the wall. It's meant to face outward. So in reality, it's just really long. I don't know. It's weird. So for example, if I put those against the wall the way that they're facing like flat, then they don't take up that much space. But if they suggest to you that they're supposed to point outward, then they would come out a lot farther. I hope that makes sense. If not, well, I'm sorry. So here we are back in the bathroom, and I hate the bathroom. I decided I hate the bathroom. I made this the bathroom because I hate the roaches and mice running all over the bedroom. But playing with in this house just a little while ago, actually the roaches still are in your house because that's where the kitchen is initially. So roaches are in your bedroom, but you have mice all over your bathroom, and you have mice running around your living room area. but I guess at least they're not in your kitchen. So I use those industrial tables, counters, counters, yes, counters again, um, just for the consistency. And they're brown, which I really like that they matched with the wall. So I used the black mirror to match the counters, and then I specifically picked up that sink just so that everything could match. And then I pulled out all the smallest clutter CC items that I could. I keep pulling out that plant, and it's like an awkward tree that's like in a small pot. It's so weird. Uh, Back in and out, and then I'm not really sure where we are in the video because I did not set up this video properly for viewing. Let's see if I can shrink this. Oh, I can. Okay, great. So we're just gonna be adding things here and there. We're almost at the end. I'm sure you are pleased. It was so long, much longer. Oh, right, we're not done yet because we're gonna go into the bedroom and get rid of that because there's a lot of things that I did while building this that I just decided, you know what, I really hate the way this looks. And I tried to make it work, but it's just not working. So I just get rid of that whole closet section that I was trying to recreate, but it's not working the way it did the first time. So now I'm just hunting for those super tall shelves. I found these super tall shelves, and there they are in the background. Did I already place them? I don't remember. I don't remember. So I kept trying to make it work where I have the dresser, but I just changed my mind. I know people like to have things realistically as possible, but you know, it's a game. You can use the mirror. I'm sorry there's not a dresser. Actually, there is a dresser. I do put in the dresser at the on the other side of the room. So I wanted to use these shelves without putting so many like items everywhere. This guy is lazy. He's not gonna be climbing up there to dust them, which is probably why his house is a hot mess in the first place. But I don't think he's gonna be bothered with that. So I I only put the lights in there. These few candle lights that go only so high up. Whoops, what is that? They only go they go only so high up, and so he would never have to worry about anything up there. That's just what I was thinking anyway while I was putting this together. Also, I don't want my game to start lagging because I've done quite a few builds and it's already starting to slow down. And that's making me really nervous. I remember when I had The Sims 3, and oh boy, it would take about 12 minutes for the game to start running before I could even. And that was 6 minutes of initial loading, and then another 6 minutes for whatever household I was building. And I deleted every household that was there. It was only a couple of houses, few Sims, but I had most of these expansions. And it could have also been other things that I had on my computer at the time, which wasn't really much because the computer was brand new as well. And at the time, it was brand new. So here are the screenshots. I thank you again for joining me, and I really hope you like this build. I'll see you again next time. Bye!